Yo, I am Bongo Ideas and welcome to Critique of the Week. On Critique of the Week, we pay attention to all the trending issues that have transpired within the week. We critique where we need to critique, we praise where we need to praise. But the bottom line is we make sure we are paying attention to all the tiny details and we are calling a spade a spade. On this show, we choose conviction over convenience. This week, these are the stories we are paying attention to. Yo, the TGMA came off last Saturday and we'll be paying attention to the red carpet performance and overall award. Secondly, we'll be paying attention to the Sammy Gyamfi-Nana Agradaa whole dollar saga that has been trending, throughout the week. Thirdly, we'll be paying attention to the Cedi appreciation against the dollar. The position has had a lot to say. The ruling government has also had a lot to say. What is really happening? Is it affecting prices or not? Then also we'll be paying attention to Kofi versus Bongo ideas. What is really the matter? What is really happening? What is really going on there? And lastly, the Kalyjay 100K fake news. So once again, welcome to Critique of the Week with me, Bongo Ideas. Let's get into it. Now, the TGMA came off last Saturday. That was the Telesal Ghana Music Awards. And I was paying attention to three sections or three aspects of the whole show. I'm looking at the red carpet, I'm looking at the performance, and I'm looking at the award. But for the red carpet, I'm trying to look at whether we did well as a country or as Charterhouse. Did they really put up a good show? Secondly, we were looking at the performances. Was it really good? The mic, the backups, the stagecraft. The audience, was it on point? Then the awards, did Kim Promise actually qualified to win Artist of the Year? Was the other winners, or were the other winners really qualified to be in those categories and actually come out as winners? So basically, that what we'll be paying attention to. Now let's do the red carpet. Honestly, I'll score the red carpet a 2/10 because everything I saw on the red carpet really they bore me. I feel like the red carpet has lost its relevance as far as the award is concerned. I don't think it is every award scheme that there should be a red carpet. Because the TGMA and the organizers have failed to actually showcase the culture and the heritage of Ghana through the red carpet. I think the red carpet should serve as a pedestal to showcase what we really have when it comes to dressing and looking good and all that. But I feel like the red carpet didn't do justice to that. It was just some people that they paraded to come and be on the red carpet, TikTokers, some people calling themselves influencers, dressed anyhow. But the whole Met Gala thing is even a red carpet on its own, right? So I don't think anybody and everybody should be on a red carpet. The fact that you're a celebrity does not also mean it should be on a red carpet. The red carpet should be reserved for a few selected people for the night who we think are good enough to be showcased. Not anybody and everybody just dressed up and be on the red carpet. Look at the red carpet at the TGMA. It really did break my heart. Look at how people were wearing. Look at how people were showcasing. Look at the whole atmosphere. Look at even the stage for the red carpet. It be corny. It really projected that Ghana, our music industry, there's no money in it. We don't have financiers. We don't have investors. We are so down. We don't have what it takes to market the music industry to the global world, because the red carpet is actually a marketing tool. It's a marketing platform. It's about someone out there in Asia just wants to see how Ghana really projected themselves on the red carpet. And you go there, you see some TikToker be, some Twitter so-called influencers be, some Facebook wannabe influencers. It really they break my heart. Yo, now Ghana is very easy for it to be on the red carpet. It's very easy for it to be regarded as a celebrity or as a popular person just because you have numbers on social media. You just put on something and just be there. Why do you even put on a round neck to an award show? It is an award show. Be in a suit. Be basic, understanding of what you should wear, where and when. That is what Fire Stick will say. Where and when. The red carpet be bullshit. It's just a few people who did in the week. Nana Agradaa or someone said she did not want to be on the red carpet because she felt like it was a downgrade for her. Being on the red carpet with this so-called riffraffs came across as trying to mingle with people that are not actually at her level, and I respect that. And so the TGMA red carpet, it be 2/10. Now, let's go to the performance. The performance overall, I go score am of 6 out of 10, because performances from people like Stoneboy actually stood out. Performances from people like Familiar stood out. So I mean, for me, that is the two performances, and probably AI. AEC music. Those three performances stood out for me. But for the rest of the performances from Olive the Boy, Kojo Black, Bistrap, they were, bro. I was expecting more from Bistrap. The kind of music Bistrap does not even, qualify him to come on stage and be doing live band. They'll be singing like someone who is in church. Be the gangster, go out there, do your shit. And one snap will be, don't take him one snap will be to, do live band on stage. Bro, let's get serious. So for me, it is Stoneboy, it is Familiar, and it is AI. For the rest, it was just a waste of our time. Next time, they should do better. Now, let's come to the awards. I don't think anybody deserved to be the artist of the year. That is my opinion as Bongo Ideas. Between Stoneboy, Quick Smoke, Kim Paluta, and Kim Promise, any of them could have won. But I honestly do not think they put in that work. Because when you watch the headies of Nigeria, the video was named Artist of the Year. You understand. Look at the performances. Look at the shows. Look at the music. Look at the albums. Like it was clear. But for our part of the world, it was more emotional decision. People felt like Kuku Smoke should be the winner because he has songs out there. Kuku Smoke had songs out there, but those songs were not even they were reserved for a section of the public, not for the general public. Kim Paluta, his music cut across young, old, everybody vibes to him, and his songs were just limited to 2 or 3 songs that were out there, right? When it comes to Stoneboy is a household name, so basically he has a strong fan base, so he does not really need to do much to be out there. So we understand. Then for Kim Promise has been trying all over the world. Terminator was all over the world. Paris. Those songs were chatting on top. It was all over. So when you look at that, you be like, you understand there are pros and cons of all the performances and the awards and the red carpets. But I just feel like overall the show didn't really, really live up to expectation. The audience, the kind of people who presented the awards. But I honestly do not know why Archipelago was even allowed on the stage, bro. Like, what were you doing there? Why are you there? What are you there for? Were you there to showcase the criticism of Kumasi, or you were there to just fun fool people? Because you weren't nominated, you weren't a distinguished figure, you're not part of any team. So you are not even a representative of any of the artists. So what were you doing on stage? Like, who called you? So I felt next time you need to check all those. Not everybody should be allowed on. And to the second issue, Sammy Gyamfi-Nana Agradaa. Within the week, we saw the viral video where the Agradaa was, accepting some dollars from Sammy Gyamfi. Sammy Gyamfi has come out to apologize. Now, this is my beef. I feel like as a government appointee, we just need you to focus on your work and just do the job. We don't need your kindness. We don't need your allowances. We don't need your stampings. We don't need you to come across as, a kind person for us to accept you. About what we need you to do is to just deliver on your mandates and just make the system work for everybody. The system shouldn't seem to be working for just a select few. About now, if Cecilia Dapa was condemned for having dollars under her bedroom, I don't think we should also accept the fact that Sammy Gyamfi can just give out dollars to someone like Nana Agradaa. The recipient alone was a problem. If that kindness was done to street kids, or it was used as money for some orphanage and all that, we would have accepted and acknowledged it. But doing that for someone like Nana Agradaa, a fetish priestess who is now parading herself as evangelist, who has a church and people even attend it in the first. But I don't even understand why people even go to that church. Like, if you go to that church, I'll question your sanity and all that. Like, yo, you be serious, right? So the appointees of Mahama need to understand that everything that you do, your actions and inactions, what you say, will go a long way to affect the government positively or negatively. Nana Agradaa can never be termed as a needy person. Nana Agradaa never be needy. In the she never be needy. She be parasite. She never be needy. She they come across as a parasite. As a leech. Some people should never be coming close to that. But they feel someone like Sam George. I don't think someone like Anagada would even approach Sam George in the first, because Charlie, the personality them they carry calm, the face you do where they carry calm, not if you can mess up. Yeah, bro. So I feel the opposition will still use it because right now Mahama has pardoned him or questioned him. The presidency has questioned him, right? And the opposition, because they don't have anything to really do now, they call them press conference party because they don't really have anything to do. They are saying that they are going to petition the Siraj, CID, and other statutory organization. I feel like we should just move on, like for real. Like yeah, if anything happens again that is similar or related to that, then we cannot come out to demand for a resignation. So like the city they appreciate against the dollar. So people they don't make happy at all till the city they perform. Because Mahama came to government at the time where the city was moving around 16 to 17 cities. Right now the city is around 12 cities descending rapidly into the 11 cities. Right. So as a world meaning Ghanaian, why you not be happy? Why you not be happy say the city they perform? Why you not be happy say the city has been ranked as one of the best performing currencies in the world. Like why? You be MPP, so everything for sport. So say you will come back. But who told you that if the city depreciates, it means you are going to vote for the MPP to come back to power? You people took the city from 4 cities and left it at 17 cities. It makes sense. What kind of economic, mismanagement is that? It about for a party that paralyzes of us, we have the men. What kind of mismanagement is that? And then someone has taken the city from that same position, and the city is appreciating against the dollar, and you're not happy. Why you be born someone like what they wrong you? Why you be nation wrecker? You don't want things make you work. What they wrong you? And then they are stating stuff like tariff war between China and US. Who told you? Who lied to you? Like you people, they read. They read. Tariff war, okay, cool. Tariff war, we understand. Why say the tariff war not dey affect other currencies? Why say in Africa almost all the currencies are depreciating, at a very alarming rate where the cedi dey appreciate? Why say not dey affect us? Because you people were stating the Ukraine, whatever, Russia-Ukraine war as a yardstick. You dey buy. So in our situation, if it be tariff war, then the cedi for not appreciate. The cedi for actually depreciate because if the Ukraine war they affect the city at the time where they depreciate at the time, where right now there's a tariff war where the tariff war rather they make with the go down, then what be the sense in that? What be the sense in that? Just accept the fact that you people were just bad at the governance. Then I don't feel like NPP even has the moral authority to lecture anybody on governance and all that, bro. We voted you out too, so make you not go turn the corner, come back, come post like yeah me. I know how to govern. You don't know shit. You don't know shit about governance. You don't know any shit about economics. You saw your records. The Ghanaian people had a verdict on you. What bone? You don't know anything. So sit down, make after forcing them fix the mess. The mess where people left behind. They be gargantuan. Nobody they speak for any government, whatever. But we they see through, we they see, we they experience the thing. Prices they come down. Inflation has reduced and they have the system they work for everybody. People talk say if you remove e-levy and things, the system will break down. The system will break. Mahama say he will appoint 60 ministers. He appoints 56 ministers. The country still they move on. We still dey. Everything they go on. The city to they perform. So what's up? MPP, bro. Like why? This the country be your own. Like make you carry the country, give you way, make you spoil them. Tell you any bro. Yeah, break. Guta self the directing people say, "Chale, make them reduce prices and all." So what be your problem? What be your beef? If you accept, if you be a very serious political party, you go even apologize to Ghanaians. You will come time to you apologize for our mismanagement. We thought we were good enough, but we weren't good enough. We've now realized that NDC has a better team, and we applaud them for how far they've come. But all your party apparatchiks and all your party faithfuls, they talk something. Yo, what the fuck they wrong with people? So within a week, a news came out about Bongo ideas and Kofi Mole. Kofi Mole wrote a statement through his lawyers asking that Bongo ideas and the two other people should apologize for certain things they wrote about him when he went for an interview and a video from the interview was shared online. People raised concern about how he looked in the video, and his overall appearance and then the concerns that were raised thereof, right? So writing through his lawyers, he said, you know, he was not treated fairly, and also allegations were made about the fact that the way he looked was as a result of the fact that he does drugs, or he purportedly does drugs, and the drugs were having a toll on him, and that was really affecting how he looked and all that, right? So subsequently, Bongo Ideas issued an apology, because I feel like where I dey come from, it was from a point of concern. It was from a point of concern. I don't have anything against Kofi Mbole. Kofi Mbole and I are even friends. We've worked on a project before, or a couple of projects. We used to talk and all that, right? So when I saw the video, I was really, really alarmed that, what they happen for here? The Kofi Mbole will not be fresh boy, So what they happen for here? Why? Like something wrong, right? So you know how me I put on my words. So I wrote that say no to drugs. So I was using this video to promote the fact that people should stop using drugs and all that. It wasn't even a rubber stamp statement that he does drugs. I'm using this platform to still apologize to Kofi Mole, and to tell him that we were brothers. I'm not getting anything against him. Now I just the looker for so not be say it be out of malice or anything, but I just they feel say the way I they look, that be some way, but yeah, but if they feel say, they like him and all that, me, I've already apologized. So I feel like make you just move on from there in the vibe. And I also feel in a way we are not going to speak about celebrities again, because it feels like even if you show concern about a celebrity, they feel like you're trying to step on their toes, right? I don't think if the people do not like, you know, Kofi Mole, they will even speak about the fact that he looked different. I wasn't the only person who said it. It was all over TikTok and all over social media. And again, I retract everything I posted and said, and let's move on. Let's do better, all of us. On Twitter, if you went on Twitter, there was something spreading. There was a document spreading that was stating the fact that social media influencer Kalyjay took some money from the Ministry of Finance to host a Twitter space that had the finance minister Atufo speak on it, right? So according to the documents, Kalyjay was actually paid 100,000 Ghana cedis for that work alone, and other expenses also were on the document, and it's amounted to about 300,000 Ghana cities. Now, the documents was flying over Twitter, and it came from the quarters of the MPP, obviously, right? And within minutes, the Ministry of Finance also tweeted that it was a fake document, and also people from the NDC and maybe well-meaning Ghanaians also, compared the language of the document and also the language of the finance minister, the letterhead, the signatures. They compared the two, right, and they came to the conclusion that it wasn't a legit document, and it should be rubbished, and shouldn't be acknowledged at all. So yeah, and I felt Kalyjay also didn't say anything about it. I think he was just posting random stuff, and the MPP just were using it and hammering on it. I think Kalyjay also came out to say that he's going to sue one Curtis guy who does the propaganda work for MPP on Twitter. He was the one who shared it. There was another guy who shared it. I think Kusibutri or someone. And other guys like General Buhari. The whole MPP social media Twitter organization. They were hammering on that, and they posted it, right. So I feel like, where is this coming from? What is the motivation behind this? Why you go share this information to misinform people? Why you would do that? Like, I don't understand why. Now, this is why, one, because Kalyjay is big. On Twitter, Kalyjay is very big. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say he's not big. He's big. He has the influence. The rooms he steps into, and the kind of moves he makes. We all respect that. Even though I'm not a fan, and I'll never be a fan of Kalyjay though, but I respect the fact that he has the influence. So for Kalyjay to come across, or even to state that he's not an NDC person and be doing the whole social media work for NDC, I don't think M people liked it, because they will wish that Kalyjay will be on their side, because Kalyjay be big, right? So who would not want someone as big as Kalyjay to be on their side, right? So They are not getting that, so that be the problem. Now, secondly, to there's not enough to say about the current government. Right? There are no scandals. Everything they go on city, they appreciate like everything they go on pay. So the MPP as an opposition party, they don't have enough, to chew on, enough to post, enough to talk about. So probably that was why they decided to fabricate a story to put out there so that they will have something to talk about. People will have something to say. Because an opposition party, the less people hear from you, the easier for you to just disappear into oblivion. Like nobody will even care about you again. Like you develop. So as an opposition party, you need to be effective and efficient. You need to be in the eyes of the people. You need to come across as though you're fighting for the people, even though we know you're fighting for your own interest, right? So that was basically what happened. And I think that is also the second reason. And I think that the last reason is and MPP is going to use the power or the power of social media to wage a war of disinformation and misinformation against the government. We have warned the NDC, prior that if they are going to lose anything, it shouldn't be the war against misinformation and disinformation because the moment the MPP or the Twitter people or the social media boys of the MPP are able to you know, win that war, that will be the end of the NDC because nothing you say or nothing you put out there is going to suffice. People were on Twitter, people were on TikTok actually mourning the death of Nana, the vice president, Nana Jane Okukwajima. And we have someone up out there in the hinterland. That is all that they feed on. Nowadays people pick their sources from TikTok. So somebody out there still thinks that the vice president is dead. We debab and this is going to get very tense. This is going to get very, very huge. There are going to be a lot of scandalous stories. There are going to be a lot of fabricated lies. There are going to be a lot of cooked, concocted, arguments and all that will be thrown into the eyes of the people. In the beginning, it's not going to really, really, fester. But as time goes on, it's going to fester. And that's what people are going to buy. The market will buy it. People on the street will buy it. People will share it. Hey, what it say. What it say. In Mohammed's first administration, it really, really did not go on well for Muhammad as far as the misinformation, this information war was concerned, right? They said a lot about him, that he owned hotels, and all that, right? So if you don't clamp down on that, that would be the end. How do you clamp down on that? I feel this is how the NDC can tackle this. Now, first, they need to use the legal means. They can draft a law. They can there should be an act or something. They should present something to Parliament that actually fight disinformation and misinformation. So if any story is put out there that is unverified, the person needs to retract and apologize or face the law. With the bab. So it shouldn't be like a propaganda. There should be no space for propaganda to thrive. There should be no space for lies to thrive. Like anything you put out there, you should be able to defend it to the core. In the Bab. And so I feel there should be some legal, framework that tackles misinformation and disinformation in a very strategic way. In the back. And secondly, there should be a team. So they need strategic people placed on social media to fight that. They should have a team. That whole social media communication team, I don't think they're effective. NDC Communication Bureau, they're quite elephants. Nothing they come out from there. Idebab. So there should be a team of well-renowned, effective social media guys. Not be your people where then get 2K followers. People with the numbers where they fit do their job. Idebab, they're able to counter. Because there's always a voice of reason. In a place of chaos, there should always be a voice of reason. Now, if you don't have a voice of reason, people will buy the chaos. People will fall into the chaos. That's why if there's a problem and people are fighting and all that, if one person stands up and the person speaks, there's calm because that person is a voice of reason. Now, NDC needs to have voices of reason. People are ready to listen to the likes of Franklin Kujos and things. Not be small boys they talk about. The likes of Franklin Kujos, the astute guys. Manasseh Azuri and co. Those people should be placed. I'm just stating an example. I'm not saying that go and tie them into NDC or that, but there should be specific voices of reason that are able to speak for people to listen. That, and I think that will help. And thirdly, I just feel like there should be much invested into PR. See, a government will fail not because you're not doing well. It's just because you're not able to publish your story, tell your story as much as you should. So if you don't have the right PR team, if you don't have people working on public relations, people telling the people what is happening on the ground, NDC has done, the Mahama has done this is what is happening, this is what this finance minister is doing, this is what this minister is doing, this is how what we came to meet, this is where we are going, this is our steps. We've been able to achieve this, we've been able to recover this, that kind of thing. Daily updates, weekly updates, timely updates. You never that be how you go win the war because now nobody should lie to you. The elections are not won on social media. So my critique of the week is that NDC needs to get serious because if you lose the war against misinformation, disinformation, that will be your end. Now, this is how we wrap up on today's week of critique of the week. We are going to do this another time. And as I said on this show, we critique where we need to critique, we praise where we need to praise. But the bottom line is that we are paying attention to all the tiny details and we are calling a spade a spade. On this show, we choose conviction over convenience.